行くぞ!
Alright, how's it going, everybody? So, I decided to make this video because I have been playing Final Fantasy now for 3 months. Yes! I can't believe it's already been 3 months. I knew buying the game right off the bat that I would play it long term because I'm into MMOs generally, and this one was being talked about a lot. And everyone says it's a damn good MMO, and honestly the reason I played this game, the devs, man. The devs, I watched this fan fest, right? The fan fest showed Soken and Yoshi and Koji. I think I'm trying to remember their names. Getting to know the devs, and I saw tears in the eyes of Yoshi. I saw that Soken, who apparently had cancer, he had cancer and he's working on the game while he's in the hospital for however many months he was there. That's crazy. The passion that they have for the game really sucked me in, and I just felt something with that. Like, I watched the whole thing, and you guys can actually see my reaction to that video. I'll put it in the description. Like that's crazy to me, how passionate they are about the game. And when I dived in with the story, I just knew coming in that story was a major factor to the game. And so I'm obviously very into stories. Like, I get so hooked. Like, when I started FF, I'm constantly thinking of, okay, I gotta get to the next day so I can play this game. Can this day go faster? Can my sleep finish already? I want to sleep fast. Let me just get to the next day already. And that was like literally me for 3 months. Even now, like, I'm thinking, shit, I gotta get my relic. I gotta farm for this. I gotta do this. You hop in, you have steps. You gotta do this. You want to do that. And the best part is, when I log into this game, I'm not thinking, oh, I have to do this. No, I actually want to do this. And I think that's very important when it comes to just games in general, because to all those who don't know, I used to play a game called League of Legends way back, and that game felt like I was constantly forced to play it. Like, it's this weird mindset I put myself in where, like, I gotta play it. I have to play it. And then I lost so much joy from that, and I've stopped playing the game entirely because it was, really bad for me. It made me very upset. It ruined the tone of the stream and stuff, and I just didn't enjoy that, you know? Final Fantasy really has changed, like, I wouldn't say changed. I would say I enjoy games where I don't feel like I'm forced to play it, and I think Final Fantasy is a very solid example of that. It's an MMO. I came into it in ARR. I heard most people say, take it slow with ARR, it's very long, it's boring, it's whatever. I liked it. I honestly liked it. I thought it wasn't boring at all, and the story was good. The story kept me going, and Titan was awesome. Probably still one of my favorite fights. Even Savage Titan on Eden was easily one of the best ones right now. Like, it's one of my favorite bosses on Eden. We're still doing Eden Savages, of course. If you guys can see in my videos, I'm doing all the last 4 raids, and then I'm gonna go back to Shiva Savage, because Shiva Savage I passed Light Rampant, I think it's called. Yeah, the fucking crazy mechanic. We're doing Ilya strat because I don't know any other strat, and I watched a guide and I said, hey, do this strat, so I'm just following the guide. Alright, so the game's just been so great. I know, I figured, like, after 3 months I can, you know, talk about this now, like, because I went through so much content. However, there's still some things that I haven't done, like the Hildebrand quest line, and something to do with hunts. I did one hunt, but I just randomly stopped by to it. I don't know what it is exactly, but it's there. I'm working on the Sasuke daggers. That's for the ARR relic, and I'm a big fan of that. The Sasuke, like, that dagger is sick. It's like bright red glowing, and I love it so much. I really want to get it for my ninja because, as you probably already know, ninja is my favorite job in the entire game. I love ninja. I just loved getting into it, and when I unlocked ninja for the first time at level 30, I think it was level 30, yeah, when you unlock ninja and you meet Oboro and you meet the Karasu, I believe his name was. Karasu is one of my favorite, like, characters in the Ninja Job storyline. He's one of my favorite characters in the game. I just love his attitude, and I got so attached to the ninja story and the whole theme, like the ninja, even ninja has its own music. Like whenever you enter the dojo room, the music plays, and I'm just so captivated by all that, man. And like working on this relic just feels so awesome. Like I'm working on this epic glamour piece. I'm not doing it for item level or anything, but I really want it because it would look so good with my ninja and my clothes, and it gives me an incentive, right? Like I gotta get this, I gotta get that. I want to get the SHB boss relic, and then hopping onto Endwalker, you know, I'll have my stuff and I'll be like, you know, good to go. And I just want to do Eden Savage raids. That's honestly like coming into Final Fantasy, I knew I was gonna get into raids. As you all obviously know, like I come from Guild Wars 2, right? So in Guild Wars 2, I raided, man. I raided like all day, weekly, just raid, studying mechanics, studying classes. I play every single DPS class in Guild Wars 2 except Mesmer and Ellie. Those are my least favorite. Ellie's pretty cool, but that's a story for another time. I just loved raiding in general. I love the idea of mechanics. I love the idea of moving to avoid mechanics and being quick on your feet and maximizing your DPS all at the same time, and, you know, melee uptime, DPS checks. These are all common terms to me that I already knew coming into Final Fantasy. So coming from that experience, as someone who has been basically mashing buttons to get high DPS rotations and all that, I'm so like into that aspect of Final Fantasy, and boy does it fucking deliver. Like it delivers immensely. The raid system is so good in Final Fantasy. It gives you normal mode and it gives you savage mode. So yeah, it's not like you're just fucked and you can never play raids unless you're good. No, you can actually totally play raids to kind of play it and experience it as part of the story. And then if you really want a challenge for the best rewards, you play the Savage raids. You play the Savage content, and then you do that, and then you get the best in slot, you get the best gear and all that, and I love that. The game rewards me for understanding the boss at a high level. In Guild Wars 2, you get Ascended gear when you kill raid bosses, but Ascended gear can be crafted. Now, you guys can let me know in the comments. I don't know if you can craft Eden raids. Eden gear, sorry. I think those only drop at Eden Savage bosses. You have to kill them to get it. So I really like that because it makes the player actually want to learn the boss and not just, you know, all zoom through it, chill back, lay down. Like, no, you actually really have to focus intensively. And Final Fantasy has this thing where it shows the animations of bosses and you have to react based on the animation. Like if he's lifting his right arm up, you know, you're gonna know that he's gonna, you know, hit the right side, and then you move left. It's like you have to visually see what abilities are not just rely on cast time, but you can visually see the arm go up, and then you know what's gonna happen. It's kind of like the Midgard Sommer fight in Omega Raid. You know, he does that spin and vertical thing. Like, you know, oh, if he does that, he does this, this will happen. You know, it's not just cast times. It's not brain dead. I feel like I'm constantly paying attention. I'm being very attentive to the mechanics. I'm looking at this, I'm looking at that. I'm looking outside the map to determine a mechanic. Like the fight in E9S Umbra, Like that fight, like one of the tethers glow, and then you have to like kind of line up where it's safe because 2 other ghost forms show up that will cleave half the map. So you need to find that one small triangle that's safe. I love that fight, by the way. It's really, really good fight. And I just love that. I think that, like, if I had something to say about what is my favorite content in Final Fantasy, 100,000,000%, it is raids. I don't mind farming for relics and stuff. Like, I'll do it, but I wouldn't even say like farming Bosja is fun. Like, yeah, you'll do it. You get a lot of XP. It's a great way to level up. Right? All MMOs like should have that kind of thing. Even Guild Wars 2 has that like open world PvE leveling up and stuff. But I really, really enjoy the raids mainly, and honestly, like, I'm not even gonna say Final Fantasy's open world is bad. I just don't think it's the main focal point for me. Maybe for you, but I just like working on the relic and stuff. It's working towards something, and I'm very excited to reach the next step, and that keeps me going. Not to mention that the story does such a great job at ripping through my heart, man. Like, even just with the ARR story, and Gaius was a character I really connected with because he's someone that is obviously portrayed as a villain in ARR, and then later he becomes fucking awesome, man. Like, you see his Blue Quest story with the weapons. You guys can see my reaction to that on YouTube as well. Don't do it. Father, the memory's throwing the diamond weapon. Oh, he's talking. Never mind. I thought that was like a unleash blast thing. Give them to Ali. Watch over her in my stead. Father, I cannot go on like this, please. I understand. Ah. He's saying finish me. Gaius. My son. Thank you. I'm proud to call myself your son. Wow, man. Wow, that was good, guys. That was actually good. That was great. I played through that story, and man, like, you see, oh wow, like, he has children. He raised them. They're all raw. They're not like they were orphans, and you go through this amazing storyline with him, and I was so attached to it the whole way. I was like in the middle of MSQ, and then you unlock the Blue Quest. I'm like, oh, let's see this. It's Gaius. That's pretty cool. And then I stuck and I played the whole fucking thing. I forgot about MSQ. You know, I was like gonna do it, of course, for the day. But then I changed my mind. I was like, okay, I love this Blue Quest, so I'm doing it. And that's the point I'm getting at, is that the game does such a good job at pulling you in with story, and it does such a fantastic job at it. I think it's one of the greatest things about Final Fantasy. I would say if it wasn't for the story, I wouldn't be as captivated, and I wouldn't have fell in love with it as much as I do now. Because remember that pulling in the player initially is the key thing. If you just drop me into a raid at level 1 and stuff, like, I wouldn't feel like, what's going on? Like, what is this? I'm already fighting a boss? But no, the game, like, literally takes you step by step. Oh, you're the Warrior of Light. Later on, they tell you this Heidelin thing speaks to you. There's this guy with a mask, and he's, you know, what does this guy with a mask want? And the game never reveals those things, and so it keeps you going because you want to find out what it is. Like, what do these robed, masked dudes want from me? Well, what is all this? What's going on? And then they were so mysterious, and even until up to Shadowbringers, you begin to understand the Ascians' motives, like pretty much the entirety of this. And now Endwalker is coming in, like, what, a month or two? 2 months or something? It's like we're gonna really continue that and expand on it and see what Xenos is going through, and you know, this crazy relationship with the other characters. And now I actually fear for my heart on what characters may die, because I actually made a YouTube poll, guys, and a lot of you guys are saying that Thancred may die. And I don't know if you guys are doing that just to scare me or something, but I made a community post on YouTube, and a lot of you guys saying like, oh, Thancred's gonna die. But then other people are saying, oh, but he has, you know, this survivor's guilt, and he will stay alive, and that's like the point of him, and he's gonna, you know, they're gonna expand on his character. And I don't know, I'm like at a point where I just feel like, you know, it's like Game of Thrones. Like, I'm watching the show and I'm just worried that every character's just gonna die, because it just catches you by surprise now. Now, obviously with Y'shtola, she's had, you know, moments where, oh, she's not dead, oh, she's not dead, and you constantly think that she's dead. And then I don't know if they're gonna like pull a "ha, we got you now" an Endwalker or something. I mean, they might. I mean, I don't know. I mean, killing her is so ballsy. I mean, if they do it, I'm sure they'll do it correctly, and they'll do a great job at it. And then I also like the writer for Final Fantasy, the story writer. I actually saw some of her comments, and she mentioned that all players should do Omega raids and the Bahamut raids before Endwalker, and that's like a pretty important like plot, I guess, to the storyline. And I've already done like every like raid, alliance raid, everything at this point, so there's probably a few things I'm not caught up on yet. Like, obviously there's the Hildebrand and stuff that I want to do. But yeah, like coming at the Endwalker in just a few months, it's happening. I've been so captivated by the game. Like, Shadowbringers is easily one of my favorite expansions. I loved Heaven's Ward as well. Stormlord was great, but I have to say that Shadowbringers really hooked me. The idea that the Warrior of Light may be potentially bad, as they put it off to you. They kind of put that image on you in the beginning of Shadowbringers. They're like, hey, you know, maybe darkness isn't so bad, and you obviously become the Warrior of Darkness, and that's such a different take, and it's so shocking. And the beautiful thing about the game and what it does is that, dude, like, it never straight up gives you answers, and there's no correct side. There is no bad side. Elidibus, right? You know, you're led to believe that, oh, he's the villain, right? But really, he's fucking not. Like, he's not at all the villain. You speak to him at the end of Shadowbringers, and you see, like, when you enter that 1v1 with him, when he takes over Artbert's body, you have this like talk with him, and I loved that discussion. He's like, you know, this is what our motives, this is all that. And then later on, he sees like that I am one of the ancients, because our Artbert, the real Artbert, you know, when you connect souls with him, it's such an epic moment. Like, when you connect souls with him, and then you're looked at as the, you know, the ancient one, and apparently you're one of the 14. I think it's 14 or 13. I think I already forgot, but yeah, I think you're one of the 14. Like, you left that group because they were summoning Zodiark, and you know, you didn't agree to it, and like, that's you when the world got split. And it's that was like a crazy moment for me. It's like, yeah, you are special. You are special. You as the player, you are special. You know? And like, at some point in the story, they're like, you know, you go in the library in Shadowbringers, right? And they get you the book, and they're like, the Warrior of Light, it's just a title. And then there's the dialogue option, which tells you, I'm not so special, maybe. But really, you actually are. You are one of the 14, bro. Like, god damn. And they just put it like that in your face, and it just felt so awesome. Like, I was just shocked at that. Not to mention, like, the whole deal with Grahatia, man. I love that. Introducing him from Alliance raids and ARR, and then he shows up, I thought was the coolest thing ever. How he moved from this world to the first world, and he like foresaw everything. The world's gonna end, and then the crazy moment when Uranger, like, the whole screen is black, and you see all the Scions dead, including you. I was like, holy shit! You know, like, it hooked me, man. This game is great. I love it. I don't think there's any other game that has hooked me to that extent. I enjoy it to death, and honestly, like, for those peeps who think I quit Guild Wars 2, I actually didn't. I just find Final Fantasy more fascinating. I'm sorry. Look, I'm just gonna tell you guys straight up. Like, there was the new job action reveal that they released, and obviously you guys saw my reaction to it. Dude, it's so engaging. I'm so captivated by what I'm looking at. Like, Guild Wars 2 is good. I love it and everything, but there hasn't been a raid in Guild Wars 2 for 2 years, man. It's not their focal point, and I don't know. I've done so much in that game already. I've geared everything. I don't have legendary gear or anything like that, but it's ascended, which is the same stats as legendary. And I could get legendary whenever I want if I want to work for it. But I'm just so hooked to FF right now, man. I don't know when I'll come back to Guild Wars 2 or play it or stuff, but I just really, really like Final Fantasy. This is just how I feel. I think it's, in my honest opinion, like such a well-designed game with so much love put into it. The devs are awesome. The classes are great. I mean, I can get to be ninja, bro. That's sick. I know I get to be ninja, but I can be samurai too, and I get a badass Medare Setsugeka. The whole fucking screen shakes when I unleash that with the new one. If you guys saw the new job action trailer, the new job actions, it literally shows the new Medare and like the whole screen shakes and stuff. That's so badass, man. I just feel like the animations are so cool. The community is awesome. Oh, don't get me started with the community. The community has been so nice to me. Like, in my Sprout, like, first month in the game, coming in as a Sprout, people have been really, like, helpful. People have been even, like, they're so excited to watch me play the story, man. It's like this epic thing that Alninio is experiencing. I have to see him play it. And it's so cool that, like, how much you guys love the story, you know? And I can see why, you know? After finishing Shadowbringers, I can see why you guys love the story so much and why you guys try to get people to like your game, because this is a game where you have to put time into it to actually like it correctly. I mean, this isn't a game you play for 10 hours and then just like, oh, okay, it's a good game, I'm out, you know, because this is the nature of MMOs, is not only do you need patience with it, but you need to actually pay attention to the dialogue, pay attention to the story. No! Reen, I'm sorry, I'm trying. Arbert, my other soul! Please help! You're my friend, you're the other me! You're the other me, please. Oh my god, they killed off Rain. What the fuck is going on?
You have the strength to take another step. Could you do it?
I mean, I would, but I'm fucking turning, bro.
Could you save our worlds?
Fuck, dude. What's up, bro? Thank you for talking about Ranku. All by myself. I need Brobert. I need Brobert. Come on, Arbert. I need you. Like, I don't know. Can we like reconnect our souls again or some shit? Like, it was like that before. Help me out, bro. Please. Oh, let's go! It's happening. Oh, shit!
We fight as one.
Let's go. We fight as one. Oh, he's giving me his ether. Ladies and gentlemen.
This world is not yours to end.
Damn right.
This is our future.
Don't worry.
Our story.
Oh, you're you're looking pretty upset.
No, it can't be.
Yes, it can be. Which goes all over the place. It just keeps you engaged, you know, and I think that's very important. And And Final Fantasy succeeds at that very well. If you're the type of player that's, you know, not willing to, you know, you don't care about story, you don't want to read, I'm just saying, like, you fucked up. If you skip the story, you fucked up. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say it. Like, yeah, it's fine. You can play the game you want and everything. You can, you know, boost to level 80 and just play that. There's nothing wrong with that, obviously. But it's just, in my honest opinion, like, the story has done so much for me with the game. It's made me play for hours. Seriously, the story has done it. Like, I understand if you want to skip the content and play raid bosses, that's fine. You know, because you bought the game, you can play the way you want. But oh man, the story got me. The story got me. I had a lot of sad moments. If you guys are wondering, by the way, who my favorite characters are, number 1 is Thancred. He's my all-time favorite. Since ARR, I've loved him. Thancred is number 1. Number 2 is Estinian the Pugger. And I know you guys say Estinian. Okay, I know it's Estinian. I just say Estinian because I never knew how to fucking say his name right the whole time. So we just living by it. Even our FC name is Estinian with a number 9. You know, he's my boy. So he's my second favorite. My third favorite is, I haven't really thought about this, but I did think, yeah, Emmet Selk is my third favorite. Number 4 is Ardbert, and number 5 is Grahatia. These are my top 5 characters right now. Absolutely love them. Emmet Selk is there because I think he's the most well-written character of all time, and I loved him, man. I thought he was a great character, and the way they develop him is awesome, and the ending was so sad. And yeah, 3 months, guys. We'll probably keep going, and you guys are going to see Endwalker. I'm going to be playing Endwalker's story. We're going to go through all of that. It's going to be awesome. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope I'll catch you guys in the journey. And thank you guys, by the way. These 3 months have been really crazy. A lot of you guys you know, hopped in and watched me on stream, and like, we peaked like over 1,000 viewers live on stream when we reached Shadowbringers ending, and you guys watched my Shadowbringers ending. All of you guys, it felt like a movie. Really, it felt like a movie. And I just want to say, like, I love you guys, man. I love my audience. I love y'all. You guys made this experience with the story so fucking awesome. Like, if I was playing this alone, I still would enjoy it, but playing it with an audience that are so passionate about the game and they know what's happening next and what's gonna come next, it's so fantastic. Like, for you guys is to watch as well, and I wanted to provide that kind of content for everyone, because I know this game has been out for many years, and me coming in, obviously only playing it for 3 months, and I am so hooked that I'm not even thinking of other games. You know, it's like, when you're so hooked, like, you just really, it's like, why the fuck would I play anything else, you know? I'm basically at that stage, like, why the fuck would I play Overwatch right now, you know? Like, I'll play Overwatch, you know, because Overwatch is one of my favorite games. Like, I'll play it, you know, a bit, but, you know, at the end of the day, I'm going to play Final Fantasy the most. And, like, that's the game I really, really want to play. And when Endwalker comes out, I'm going to spend so many hours into that game. And it's going to be an adventure. It's going to be a lot of fun. Fingers crossed for Thancred not dying. That'd be some bullshit, I'll tell you that. And that's my boy. He's been through a lot. Come on, give him a break, all right? Not only did he lose Benephilia, but he also, I mean, he gave his weapon to Reen. So, you know, maybe she's gonna be a gunbreaker or something. That'd be fucking hype. Yeah, and it's just like, theory crafting and figuring out the story is just so exciting, and I just cannot wait, guys. I cannot wait for the next expansion. I'm excited as you guys are now, because now we're in this together, baby. I'm no longer a sprout. We in this with all you guys experiencing the expansion for the first time, and you guys have been through like expansion launches and stuff, so you guys know like probably the stages, like, oh, the raids come like this, the raids come this time, etc, etc. For me, it's gonna be my first time experiencing this, so we're gonna see it together. We're gonna see how it is. I just cannot wait to experience this journey with all you guys along the ride. It's been awesome, guys. It's been fucking awesome, and we got many more months to go. Love you guys. I'll catch you guys hopefully at another time. Link is description for my Twitch TV link. We go stream live. We basically raid and do BIS farming right now and relic farming, because I love my samurai relic I'm working on and my ninja relic I'm working on both, because those are my favorite 2 jobs in the game. Ninja being my first one, the first class I ever picked up, so working on that. But yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Have yourselves a good one. Peace out.